Can you hear that outside? Thank you. On behalf of Fred's family, I welcome you today as we gather to remember, give thanks, but most of all, honour and celebrate the life of Colin Walter Green, known to most of us here simply as Col or Fred. My name is Peter Fry, and I thank Fred himself for wanting me to lead this service for him today. And we're here as a close group of family and friends to support each other in our sadness, and especially to Susan, Fred, Colin, Ronnie and Hope and your families. We extend to you our sincerest thoughts of love, care and concern. And today we do gather to grieve the loss of Fred, but also to celebrate the fullness of his life. And while our sorrow is deep and our hearts heavy, we will not allow the shadow of death to hide the many ways Fred touched our lives. His love, his kindness and the memories he gave us will forever remain with us, filling our hearts with meaning and gratitude. And though he is no longer with us, his spirit lives on in the lasting impact he made on each of us. And today, as memories are shared, it will probably bring back the times you've spent with Fred. And for everyone here, there'll be very different memories because of your own unique relationship with Fred. As a dearly loved father and father-in-law of Susan and Artie, Fred, Colin and Kelly, Ronnie and Dorothy and Hope. As a pa and great pa of Melissa, Daniel and Ariana, Shane and Nicholas, Colin, Adam, Nathan and Justin, Jason and Nicole, Tyler, Owen and Ebony. As a brother of Roma and Iris, and his late siblings, Lawrence, Jim, Miriam and Edna. And he was certainly a good friend, neighbour and mate to us all. It's now my pleasure to read a few words from the heart on behalf of Hope. I'd like to thank you all for coming today. Dad liked things short and simple, so I'll keep it that way. He kept his life private unless he wanted you to know. He was a good, hard-working man. He never lazed around, even on holidays. If something had to be done, it had to be done his way. He was a strong-minded, independent man. He loved to talk about politics, looking after his veggie garden, going for coffee, the news, and caring for his lawn. He had a quirky sense of humour. Not many know he had a heart of gold and he cared about his family. He was my rock, a fantastic father to me and part of my children. And we had a lot of good times together. He'll always be in our hearts and memories. We love and miss you. And a poem on her behalf. They say time will heal, neither time or reason will change the way I feel. Gone are the days we used to share, but in my heart you're always there. The gates of memories will never close. I miss you more than anybody knows. Love you and miss you every day. Till we meet again, I will always be your little girl, and you will always be my dad and hero. Always and forever, love, Hope. And now can I ask Jason to come up and share some memories with us.
So today I want to pay respect on behalf to my grandfather, on behalf of my dad, Ron, my mum, Dorothy, my sister, Nikki, her partner, Dave, and my sister's two children, Maddie and Mitchell. Pop was a strong man. He lived his life the way he wanted to, and in keeping with his final wishes, he passed away, sadly, at home and not in a hospital or at a nursing home. Nikki and I's earliest memories of Pop was him coming to visit our house most nights during the week to chat to Dad about work when they worked together, but also just to check in to make sure everything was okay and looking after Dad. On Christmas days, every Christmas we used to go and we used to visit Pop at his house. He would give us a can of soda, Christmas present, and chocolates every year. He also came camping with us on many extended family camping trips to the Mile Lakes, to Seal Rocks, and these are fond memories that our family has of time spent together. Pop was always happy to pass on his life lessons, knowledge, wisdom about the building and especially the demolishing industry to his three sons, Colin, Freddie and Dad. Dad was the one that continued within the demolishing business and even attempted to pass on his knowledge to me, which didn't work. Have nothing to do with the industry. He had a go then with his grandson, Mitchell. He gave it a go for a while, but decided it wasn't for him either. Some of the greatest memories, I think, of Dad and Mitchell talking about being on the job site was Pop usually yelling at them, telling them they were doing it wrong, and there was always a better way to do it. Pop had also said to my dad his most famous words about my niece, Maddie. God, she's short. The little hairdresser he liked to visit at a hairdressing salon while he was having his coffee up in Maitland. And a little story I probably want to quickly share with you is Pop was very lucky. He got to meet the lead singer of Silverchair, Daniel Johns, I believe in quite a number of different times in Newcastle. One of those particular times was on a job site, and next door, Silverchair. We're doing some practicing and kind of doing maybe some filming, video clipping. Daniel John drives up, parks his car in the road, blocking off the job site. Pop comes out, yelling and screaming at him, telling him he can't park there and he has to leave now. So his little touch of fame. It's now time for Pop to rest and enjoy time with his friends up in heaven. Amen.
And it's your own memories of Cole that would keep him alive in our hearts. Our relationship with Fred will continue way beyond his death. So during the next song, as we enjoy happy memories of Fred's life, just take a little bit of time in your own way to reflect and give thanks for his life. I've got a little message from Fred. It was beautiful as long as it lasted, the journey of my life. I have no regrets whatsoever, save the pain I'll leave behind. Those dear hearts who love and care, and the strings pull at the heart and soul. The strong arms that held me up when my own strength started to let me down. At every turning of my life, I came across good friends, friends who stood by me, even when the time raced me by. Farewell, farewell, my friends. I smile and bid you goodbye. No, shed no tears, for I need them not. All I need is your smile. If you feel sad, do think of me, for that's what I'll like. When you live in the hearts of those you love, remember then, you never die. And before we do farewell Fred's physical remains, as we must, I encourage you all to hold on to your memories of Fred, and he'll never be more than a thought away. While ever we live, Fred will continue to be a part of our lives. And remembering once again those who felt Fred's death the most, Susan, Fred, Colin, Ronnie, and Hope, and your families. May you be granted strength, wisdom and thanksgiving. Strength to bear your loss, wisdom to find meaning and purpose in the design of life, but most of all, thanksgiving for Fred's long and rich life. And may forgiveness and acceptance lead us to a meaning in which all things are comprehended and hopefully great peace. And may you who knew and loved Fred most deeply find solace in the embrace of divine compassion. May Fred's family be surrounded by one another's love, finding strength in the bond you share. Your deep sadness brings with it a rare empathy, a compassion that assures you that though the pain's great, you're never alone. And find comfort in everyone here who mourn alongside you. We too share in your sadness, and we're here to offer our support, extending to you the compassion that unites humanity. And in times of loss, may we take comfort in knowing that there are things in this world that never fade, but live on forever in the embrace of nature. The gentle whisper of the wind, the refreshing touch of rain, the warmth of sunlight, the sparkle of light on water, all of these, timeless and unchanging, offer us glimpses of the eternal. And in these moments we're reminded that love and memory endure, carried forever in the beauty that surrounds us. And on behalf of Fred's family, I would like to thank you all for being here with them today, giving your support and honouring Fred's life. And although it's impossible to do justice to Fred's rich life in a short service like that's what he wanted. He stressed that on me 20 odd years ago when I sat down with him to sort it out. But keep sharing the story of his life. Our service is now going to conclude with words of committal. That'll be followed by a song, and then you're very welcome to follow the family from the chapel, except for those that are already outside. We expected possibly 35, 40 people to turn up today, and that's a great testament to a great bloke. So I'm sorry you haven't got a seat outside. And I've got some wonderful personal memories of Fred. You know, I've probably known him for most of my adult life, and one of the greatest memories he offered to help me build a fence. I'd bought a 2-acre block, and shit, he was already buddy 70, I reckon. Of course, there's conjecture about how old he is, I think. Some people say that he could be 2 or 3 years older than the 96. Is that right, Dom? 96 now. He's 96. Oh, good. But the vivid memory was by, he'd be there at dawn. We had about 1 kilometre of fence to do. He sunk every post hole by hand with a hand auger. And God, the BA by 9 o'clock. If you ever worked alongside Fred, he put everything into it and he stunk like hell by 9 o'clock. But he wouldn't have a drink till the job was bloody finished at dark. Though our sorrow is great, we're glad that Fred's life filled our lives and enriched our world with thought and word, with love and laughter. Never forget Fred's friendly and kindly ways, as well as those few passions and concerns. May Fred live in Mother Nature's embrace forever. It's never easy to say a final goodbye, but now we must. With heavy hearts, but also with true joy that Fred lived and loved, we leave him to the care of nature's eternity. Cole, we thank you and are grateful for all that you have given to so many in your life. The love and commitment to your family, the times that we've shared, love, laughter, tears and many precious memories. Tenderly, reverently and with love, we commit Colin Green's body to be cremated and delivered into Mother Nature's loving arms. May you have eternal peace of spirit, rest from your labours and peace at the last.